UPF 50 wide brim sun hat. As we start to head outside a little bit more in the coming months, you want to make sure you have that protection. Because what are you going to be doing? Watering the ground, whether it's watering your flowers and your garden beds and your hanging baskets. That big clunky like old rubber hose, it ain't cutting it. We have Bernini in the house, and we love Bernini because of their lightweight metal garden hoses that are UV resistant. They don't kink, they don't puncture, but this is really cool because what the Geyser family has done in their Bernini hose is given us kind of the best features in the 40-foot Chroma colored metal garden hose. So what's awesome about this is that not only are you getting fun, yes, aesthetic color, but that coil back, it's so easy to pull the hose in and store it. You get not only something that's wildly lightweight, it's really durable, it doesn't get hot in the sun. Let me take you through the really fun colors. So we have this fun coral, it's like a coral red. We also have the lavender, what a great pop of color. And then the cobalt is gonna be your next choice. $49.99, so it's under $50 for the best garden hose. Get rid of those old clunky hoses. They kink, they get holes, they're heavy, they're cumbersome, they're ugly, and replace it with Bernini. So Jack Geyser hanging with us again. Jack, this is awesome because you've kind of taken all of your best selling features and hoses and merged it into one.
Exactly. And you know, we've noticed over the past that we're trying to innovate every part of the garden hose category. So that's not just your standard garden hoses, which we made it better with the metal garden hose, but now that's also coiled hoses. Coiled hoses are some of the best compact hoses you can get because of how small they get. This is a 40-foot hose and it's sitting here. And this is, I mean, this is less than 4 feet. This is less than 3 feet. I mean, you are getting so much hose in such a compact form.
Jack, can I say honestly, I was second guessing myself. I was like, wait, is the 1- feet or inches? Because I'm looking at this hose in front of me and I'm like, 40 feet? But that's because of the coil design.
Exactly. And so the coil allows you to get a full-length 40-foot hose down under 3 feet. And that's why we love those designs. But the problem with coil hoses is they always get kinked up. They always have issues because when they're made of rubber, that material is just not strong enough to hold up to life in the garden. But when you make it out of metal, you can stand up to all those tough environments in the garden. And metal doesn't kink, it doesn't crimp, and so there's not going to be any loss of water pressure because it's in a knot or something like that, or because there's some because you got it tied up around something. But here's the best part about the metal: it is puncture proof. It is, you know, angle grinder proof. We have got this under every torture test beyond what you would even do in your garden. It's cool to the touch in the sun because the metal reflects UV light. So rather than absorb UV light, it reflects it off, making it cooler than a standard garden hose in the sun. And that's just one of the many features that makes a metal garden hose so important to have in your garden. It's corrosion resistant, and look at all the power you're getting. You can reach second floor windows, you can get over your roof, and then again, the coiling aspect almost acts like a return spring, so where this hose will practically put itself away. And you get so much power. Comes with a color matched fireman hose nozzle as well. So when you get your hose at home, it's all set to go. And it just looks so good. It's going to upgrade the look and feel of your garden, especially the utility of it.
I love that this is already included. I could tell you some funny stories about my son like dropped ours and it broke, not a Bernini. And my husband had to go to the hardware store 3 times because he kept buying one and then it would break. And he's like, these are so frustrating. And I you know, sat in the corner and I was like, hey, honey, Bernini to the rescue because of the quality. And this is why these are some of your most loved garden hoses. I don't think we sell another brand of garden hoses here at QVC. What Bernini brings us is kind of the best of the best. So grab this. This is all of this is a 40-foot hose. Normally, when my kids ask me to be able to put out the sprinkler or they want to play with the hose, I'm like, don't make me lug that big, heavy rubber hose out. This is going to be so much better. So this is the coral. I also have the purple, and then the cobalt is one of the most popular as well. We're not getting any more of this version back in stock. So if you love the idea of a fun fashion color with the function of Bernini, this is definitely the one to grab. So Jack, if somebody's looking at this and they're thinking, really? I mean, the length, the distance, like, walk us through, why do we want to have the Chroma colored metal garden hose?
Well, you see, you really want to have it because this is the most compact way to get a hose. I mean, this is, like we were saying, it's 40 feet, full length of hose, but it's less than 4 feet when it's compacted down. It's also the reason why you want a metal hose is because of the durability sake. It's puncture proof. It's going to be resistant to all forms of damage. So if you have a rose garden or you have a fence that keeps popping or shredding hoses, especially if you've used fabric hoses in the past, those are the ones that are most susceptible to damage. But it's also UV resistant, so it'll stay cooler in the sun, cooler to the touch. If you live in Arizona, that would be something huge. Corrosion resistance. If you get a lot of rain, don't worry about it rusting because it's high grade steel. Get all the power in a compact form. And now you can also get it in something that looks amazing too. So gardening isn't just great to do because it's easier. Now it's great to do because it's fun and fashionable.
I loved that we saw that gal putting it in like a decorative pot to store the garden hose instead of those big clunky containers. Jack, if I did want to get more than one, can I connect multiple hoses together?
Definitely. So we actually put universal connectors on all our hoses. That way, if you have other hoses that you want to hook these up to, or if you have, let's say you do have a nozzle that hasn't broken, but you have your favorite nozzle, you can put it on here if you'd like. We always sell ours with the fireman's nozzle because we think it's one of the best nozzles you can get. But if you have one that you're like, oh no, I have to use this, or I have a sprinkler that I have to use, you can always attach a Bernini hose to those pieces, to those accessories without any worry.
Awesome, because a lot of you are picking up on multiples. So if you've got the, the spigot is in the garage, but you've got to make your way all the way around to the back of the house. That's how the situation is at my house. Get multiples. This is your red. You're going to order coral. We also have it in lavender. And then the cobalt's
That's my favorite color.
Yeah, the cobalt's been really popular as well. For under $50, normally this 40-foot hose is a $70+ price tag. Jack Geiser, thank you so much. It was good to see you.
Thank you for having me. Have a wonderful day.